What's going on, guys? LCG here, and I'm back with another episode of The Long Dark. Okay, last episode I promised you that we would prepare for a little bit of an expedition. We're going to be heading out to the Trapper's Lodge, I believe it's called, or the I think that's what the Trapper's Hideaway, something to that effect. But right now, we are incredibly encumbered. I'm still at 62 out of 40 pounds, and look at the stuff I've already dropped. Okay, I'm going to keep dropping things, and I'm going to sort them, and I'm going to bring you guys right back. Alright, and I will show you the new inventory, as well as the new storage. Everybody sit tight. And we're back. And I have sorted everything out. We got a bunch of sticks here. We got some cedar firewood. We got our guts are still curing, some reclaimed wood. All of our fire starting stuff over here, including some flares and some newsprint. Bunch of medical things here. One thing I did notice earlier too that I must have missed earlier when we were playing. Yeah, notice whoop. Hey, see how hard that is to see? Yeah. We almost left that magnifying glass down there. That's what we call new bueno. So we go ahead and grab that. We'll bring that down here and drop that. And once again, pick it up. And if we can, we'll squeak it on. Come on, give me a place to put it right in here. No, no, no. Alright, you don't want to play, I'll put you over here. That's fine. And I lied to you guys earlier. When we found the Frozen Angler book in the last episode, I think it was, we also picked up the Frontier Shooting Guide. So we'll set that off to the side here. We're not going to be using that just yet. Not just yet. But then we put our hooks over here, some tackle, scrap metal, and crow feathers. We're going to keep all that near the workbench because that's where we'll be using it. Same thing with the wood. Notice I got the wood next to the stove, and if I were smart, I would take all this stuff and put it right back in here. But I'm not, and I'm not going to. Alright? Before we head out on our little journey, though, we're going to have to rest. We're going to have to drink. We're going to have to eat. And we only have 2 hours of daylight left. Okay? Oh, the other thing that I did. Bam. I broke down all of our excess clothing and repaired what we could. I ran out of fabric to repair that, and those, which is unfortunate because, you know, there's plenty around. I guess there's not a lot in here, but I think we left some clothing in a couple of those cabins, but whatever. We got plenty of stuff going on here. Okay? So, let's see what we have in our backpack for food right now. Let's eat these. They're quick, easy calories. No problem. Bam, bam, bam. Unfortunately, not what I meant to eat there. That's alright. We're going to go ahead and stuff our guts nice and full. And drink this. Yep, drink this. And we got pork and beans, some condensed milk. Let's go ahead and drink some of our potable water. Okay. Let's see, how does that leave us? We're full. And we have 2 hours of daylight left. So here's what I'm going to do. We have everything on us we need to start a fire. Wood, matches, cattail head, book, and we're not going to use an accelerant. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and come to our inventory here. We're going to spend 2 hours, wait a minute, there you are. We're going to spend 2 hours researching. Because we do want pretty good ice fishing skill. And please finish. Potbelly stove. Fire striker, cattail head. Is that what we want to use for tinder? No. let's use one of those. Yep, we're going to go ahead and get this fire started. We're going to do a little bit of research by the fire, and we're also going to finish boiling our water, right? We have 0.4 gallons, which is really a lot. It's a lot.
Well, that didn't work.
Oh, that didn't work. Thanks, buddy. That wasn't what I was hoping for. You see that? Even at a 90% chance, it still failed. What are the chances? Well, 10%.
Come on. Come on.
You can see we got plenty of fire here that we can just pick up real quick and dump in the fire if we need to. But what this boils down to is we're going to boil our water, we're going to do as much research as we can, and then we're going to grab some sleep before heading out in the morning. We got 11 minutes. Let's just go ahead and throw that on there. Oop. Come back in. Let's see how long it takes to boil. 0.4 gallons. Not very long. Good. And we'll take the cedar firewood, throw you in there. Now we got 2 hours to do our research. And you can see we're getting tired, which is fine. Ooh. We can take a brand just so we can find our way upstairs. And look at that. You can use the brand to start a second fire if you want to. We're not going to do that because we're just interested in going to sleep. There's no worries about just dropping it like that. We're going to go ahead and sleep through the night. There we go. We wake up feeling pretty darn good. We'll come downstairs. Come on in here. Let's drink up water. I probably should have eaten some food first, but I didn't. That's fine. We're not going to take a lot with us. We'll take that. That should be enough. Alright. And let's head outside and get off on our little trip. You ready? And we're heading out to the Trapper's Homestead. It is southwest, I believe, of this location. We're going to be heading about that away. Okay, it's a -13 out, which is not terrible, but it's pretty cold. And we're in pretty good shape. We have everything we need. You saw that we've dropped our, I'll pull it up again real quick. We dropped our weight down to 43 out of 66 pounds, which is good. So if we find anything good out here, we should be able to bring it back without much problem. Now again, anytime I'm traveling out like this, I like to keep my eye in the sky a little bit, because there are crows which will indicate whether or not a body is in the area for sure. Sometimes you'll come across them like that, and we already pillaged that one, as it shows. And once again, typically I would be out here picking up all of these sticks. We're kind of lucky in that we don't really need them. We have a lot of resources at our disposal. Realistically, just way too many for this to be a, I guess, challenging gameplay. But that's okay. That's good. I don't want to be focusing on the survival aspect while we're trying to figure out some of the mechanics. Let's see. There's this building, which should have a stove in it. as well as possibly a backpack or a couple other minor things. Yep, there's the stove. You can take a hacksaw to the pan. This is the deadfall area. Alright, came in over there. I think we're going to be heading this way still. We're actually real close to the trapper's cabin. Now, reishi mushrooms. These are good to have on hand. They can be used in place of, I believe it is, antibiotics. They help keep you healthy when you get sick. And when you get an ailment, it'll tell you, or you can drink tea. That's something that you want to pay attention to. We'll boil some of that up here in a little bit. Not quite yet. We don't really have a need for it. Let's see. It's been a while since I've made this trek, but I think we're actually trying to head over this hill right here. Another thing, this is great. I'm loving this game mode. Green maple saplings. You can take these. Alright, you let them cure. I never realized how dangerous that looks. Looks like they're bleeding all over the ground. You take those and you drop them just like you drop the guts, right? We left our guts back at the camp office so that they can continue to cure. I think they were around 40-some% when we left. But you dry them out and you can use them to make a bow and arrow. I believe it takes, don't catch me lying here. You guys have to look this up or just check at the workbench. I believe it takes 1 sapling and 2 cured guts. But don't quote me on that. Please don't quote me or even try to quote me. Alright, we're going to come down nice and slow here. You see the crows? That's something that we want to check out. And there it is. Yeah, I feel like I let you guys down. That wasn't much of an expedition at all, but when you're first getting started, that little jaunt really feels like it's the end of the world. You feel like you're literally traveling over miles and miles, but on harder difficulties, that could very easily be a lethal trip if you're on, let's say, interloper. Wolves do like to patrol. I believe it's Max's last stand right there. And you can sometimes even find them as close up as here. If you're lucky enough. Yeah, that's where I'm going to use this lucky. You see, we got more crows right there. And the music sets in. Here we are, coming upon a ravaged deer carcass. Go ahead and get all this stuff off of him. We'll take the 50-minute. I didn't even look at what tool I was using. There was probably a better one. More fir firewood. Let's poke our head back here. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if anything ever spawns in these spots, but I always check. I always check. And here we are, the Trapper's Homestead. This place right here has got to be one of the most beautiful places to watch a sunrise in this entire game. When you see the nice orange glow on the horizon, it's absolutely desktop wallpaper worthy if you're at all into this art style. There we go. That's what I was looking for, was rabbits. We're going to be catching some of those a little bit later on. So this is a place where rifle does spawn. Bingo.
Excellent.
It's in rough shape. That's okay. That is okay. We already have simple tools. Look at, they gave us a snare right here. Beef jerky, orange soda. Let's start pillaging. We're not going to take any more flares. I'm starting to feel like we should really actually start leaving a lot more food just laying around even. Box of ammunition, tinder plugs. We'll leave some of this stuff here.
Is it food or?
We'll take that since it's such low condition. Sewing kit, we don't need that at all. Another book, another hunting knife. What's in here? We're gonna leave that. Another MRE. We'll leave that here too. You know what? I have a feeling we're gonna be spending some time here. Oh, let's check out the work actually. Before we do that, let's do some housekeeping. Find our green maple saplings. Drop those. Drop the deer hide, and where are our guts? Hopefully they're still inside of us. There we go. And we'll sort those in a minute. Old man's beard, torch, snare, cured gut, reclaimed wood. Keep that in mind. Hook, line, fishing tackle, rabbit skin mitts. That's something we're going to make in this playthrough. Deer skin boots, another thing that I'm really looking forward to making because I have never used those. Deerskin pants, also we will make those. Wolf skin coat, bearskin coat, bearskin bedroll, a survival bow. There we go. 1 sapling, 2 cured gut. I was right. And then the arrow shaft. Wait. Yeah, maple saplings. That's right. You get a feel for the amount of things that it requires to make even some pretty minimal types of gear when it comes to crafting. And I was just checking out the time here. We're going to leave the magnifying glass. We'll look underneath everything here just to see what else, what other goodies. It's almost like a Christmas day here.
That stuff will come in handy.
Worn work gloves. Let's take those. First aid kit. We'll take the crappy energy bar and some painkillers. Yeah, we'll keep those on hand. Break this safe open. Am I going in the right direction? No, I am not. Oop, what was that? 35? It looks like 38? And 32, okay. Ah! Nope, 33. Now we head in the other direction ever so gingerly and try to stop on just the right tumbler. Being careful not to go speeding past it, because we absolutely don't have a tendency of doing that. Bam, what do you got in here?
If this is any good to eat.
Another MRE. Oh my Lanta. Bam. Alright, we have no curtains in here we can break down. We've got nothing right there. Alright. Well, you know what? We're going to spend a night or so here, and we're going to try to catch a rabbit. I'm going to show you guys how to set a snare in this episode as well. And hopefully pick back up next episode with one in our sights. So we already saw that there were rabbits bebopping around right through here, right? And take the snare. Bam. That's all it takes. You just set it down. Right? Seems easy enough. Now, there's a couple mechanics to that I want to talk about. You can't chase rabbits into the snare. Once you set the snare, you have to wait, I believe it is 11 hours before you can even catch anything. Before it's even an option. It's going to take 11 hours. Almost like I could pick that one right there, right up. And then every day, when you load the area, let's say I wake up in the morning and then come outside. It checks one time per day to see if you caught anything. You can come back multiple times per day, and you may, or you likely won't have any different won't have any different result. And go ahead and collect this up over here. Old man's beard lichen. We'll get into this as well. But that is where I'm going to cut this episode. No, I just saw more. There it is. Alright, everybody, I want to thank you all once again for tuning in. This is an incredibly fun series, and I can't wait to get started on a higher difficulty after we figure out all the mechanics and demonstrate them. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and do what we've been doing. So everybody, this is LCG, and I am signing out.